Welcome to another edition of Davis Dynamics. Before I get started, I want to go ahead and have a shout out to two of my sponsors, Ray's Supermarket, Montgomery, North Carolina, OUS1. Um, hey, I'll tell you what, that's a family owned store. It has that hometown feel. Kevin Stone and his wife, like I said, the best meats around. Yeah, cut it. The pork chops, the chicken is just, wow. The barbecue sauce that he makes, you just can't beat it. And definitely the meat skins, they're awesome. So anyway, when you're down in Montana, OUS1, stop by, check them out, and tell them Jay sent you. Okay? All right. Also, let me go ahead and give a shout out to High Put Audio, who just put a sound system in my car, and it is just, man, I love it. Just shaking everything. I got to figure out how to, you know, make my trunk a little quieter, my license plate, my gas tank, and all that. But they definitely did what they said they were going to do. So give a shout out to Mauricio and the team, which are, it's not even a team. They call themselves the family. So they're the family, and at least I'm part of that family now, being sponsored by them. So High Output Radio. Oh, I'm sorry, High Output Audio. I'm going to say radio. They put in radios. Actually, they put in everything that you want, neon lights, all that stuff. Whatever you want, they put them in to plain something. So Mauricio and the conglomerate, I want to say thank you for being a sponsor to me. And hopefully we got some more sponsors coming in. And like I said, this thing is taking off. I didn't think it was going to be that way, but God willing, He made it that way. Um, got a new lower body, so we'll go from there. So anyway, check them out. 200 Trade Street, Raleigh, North Carolina. 200 Trade Street, Raleigh, North Carolina, and tell them Jay sent you. Okay. Anyway, let's get down to specialty wedges. Okay, specialty wedges, and I hope you can hear me because last time I had my microphone, up here, and I was trying to keep my necklace, which I have a lot of uh, special trinkets from my dad and my father-in-law. So it keeps me a cross, serenity press, or keeps me grounded. So, I wasn't going to take that off. I'm going to do what I can, but now I got the microphone in a different place. So hopefully it won't fall off. I'll try to get it locked in as much as possible. So anyway, we have 64, 60 degree, 56, 58, 52 degree wedges. Okay, 52, we start to run into that. We start to run into that realm of 52. We start to run into that realm of gap wedges. So you can almost say, okay, if I got a 52 degree wedge, then most likely you can take it out of the bag because you have a gap wedge. Or if you want to keep your 52 in, most likely you can take your gap wedge out. Unless your 52 is going to be made for something special, if it's something that you've been practicing with your 52, then go right ahead, keep it in there. I'm not one of the people who say, hey, you know what? If it's working, keep it in there. Never take anything out. I'm one. It's better to have it than not to have it. So for me, it just depends on what kind of golf course I'm playing. If I played at golf course before and I know how the grass is growing, um, then I know what kind of clubs and what kind of wedges I need to take. So anyway, let's get into this, especially wedges. So, you know, there's a big thing in wedges because everybody wants to hit that high shot, but people forget that you can control, it's really hard to control a wedge unless you know how far to pull it back. and to bring it forward. Now, if I bring it forward, mashing down on it, you know how we do our irons, I'm, you know, kind of shifting my weight here. Well, the wedge is going to come out a little lower. If I'm coming down and I'm staying more neutral, well, we know the ball's gonna come out a little higher. If I'm up here and I just want to come and get my weight just by I don't have a zipper, but just by the mid of my body and continue to let the club flow, then yeah, we're gonna throw one way up there with a lot of spin. So I think people get hung up on, seeing on TV people hitting the LPGA ladies and the professional men hitting these shots where they reel it back like a fishing pole. But a lot of times you see them when they reel it back, it gets them in trouble. So you need to know when to play these shots and when you don't play these shots. So I'm going to hit, this is my 56-degree wedge. And a 56-degree wedge is one of those things where I really, really do like my 56. Now, it can always be used as something else, um, played as something that's a bump and run or whatever, but, I like to play my 56-degree wedge in all kind of situations. I like to fade it. If I have to go around a tree, I like to hook it if I need to go around a tree. Even if I'm chipping, if I want to hook it, then the flag's over there is going to hit and it's going to spin. So the wedges are very important. The other irons are important also. But the wedges is your scoring irons. Just like we said about the pitching wedge. You have to take your time and do your homework. So this is my 56-degree wedge. And today I do have my Bushnell here. And you can see already I just touched my microphone and it came off. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to turn it down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is my second one. Oh my God. My wife is going to have a fit. Oh well. I have another one in the house. But she's going to probably flip. What are you doing? Why are you breaking stuff? So, anyway, I'm going to put it down here and hopefully you can hear it. So I'm just going to put it right here with the microphone right there. Okay, so 56-degree wedge. Okay, so there's many ways to play it. Me personally, I like to come in. I like to come in kind of square. When I mean square, I like to have my hands facing the target. I have just a little bow. It's not even enough. Not bowed. If I get look closer here. Not bowed, but just a little bow. Okay? I see a lot of people come here and they're digging into the ground. Okay? Here is just a little bow. That's all I'm doing. Majority of the time my arm is doing majority of the work. With my right hand, when I come in, I'm just doing this. And all I'm doing is I'm just having putting the pressure into the ground. That's all I'm doing and letting it go. So what I'm doing is I'm just stabilizing. I'm just stabilizing the actual club. That's all I'm doing. I am here and here. So if I can just sit here and just move my hand and then put my hand here and then put it back on, look at me, I'm still in the same position. So what we get caught up in is changing positions and hoping for the best. Okay, so let's hit a couple of 56s. We're not going to hit these hard because 56 is not made to hit hard, and you're gonna see me get some good ones out of here. I love that. Love that crack. Love that crack. And that was, and I will tell you, that wasn't really centered, but it told me that it was spinning at 7,200 RPMs. I didn't hit that hard, so I carried 37.7 yards, but it rolled out to 44.3. That's why I was telling people, most of the people always look at, wow, what's the total? How far do I hit that? No, how far did you carry it? Because the ball's going to continue to roll. Um, it is what it is. I mean, that's just gravity. I mean, unless you now, if you're playing in a higher elevation, well, of course the ball's going to go further because the air is thinner. So, well, there's other calculations that need to be assessed because the ball is not going to stop as quick if you're playing in a place that has thicker air. Well, of course, the proper adjustments need to be made, and like if I'm playing a 56, I might have to drop down to, maybe a 52. I have to use my gap wedge. So we just have to realize that everything is not the same. We have to change with the golf course. This golf course is when we play golf course, the golf course is changing every second. People really, and I'm gonna give you this little tip you don't already know, and I'm sure people already know, but this is for the people who don't know. This is the green, all right? We just say this is the putting green, all right? This is the putting green. If the sun, see that golf ball, hopefully, a little bit over, a little bit over, see that golf ball. If the sun is right there, and this is the green, what happens? The grass wants to grow where the sun is at. So what it does is, if the grass is pointing this way in the morning, well, in the afternoon, it changes. It starts pointing this direction toward the sun. The grass is going to follow the sun. So that means that when you putt, that ball is going to follow the sun. Now, one of those different things where you do get caught up is if the sun is right there and say there's a pond behind you that has a drainage, remember, it doesn't matter where the sun is then, it's about drainage. Okay? The golf ball is going to go toward the pond because that means that's the lowest part of the golf course. Okay, so let's get back to the wedges here. So that one was just a regular wedge. Now, and I told you I carried it 37.7, a total of 44.3. Now, as you can see, I'm going to show you this is my midsection. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to push it forward just outside. And I'm going to just do it just outside my midsection here to the left, okay? So when I come down, I'm coming down like this. There's that small bow on arm, okay? I want you to listen for the sound of the club and the golf ball. Hear that little, well, that's what we want. And still going, still going. Okay, a little bit more. Carried it 45.8 yards, total 51.1. Okay, 51.1. It is it is important that you hit down on these wedges because that is what they're made for. The bounce on these wedges here. Let me come and show you. I really want to show you this. You see those lines? Those lines right here? These, you can hear it. These are made to help you slide through the turf, through the turf. And it's one of those things where we just don't use the wedge like we're supposed to. Now, understand that when I say this wedge can be used in different ways, we're here. Now, this is a shot that I have taught a lot of my juniors who have trouble putting. Well, it is what it is. Everybody has trouble putting. Putting is one of those things where, you know, it's not, if you're on, you're on. If you're not, you're hoping you're on. Okay, you're playing yourself, or you're going to try to get as close as you can, tap in, and keep going. All right? But if you are far enough from the green and the grass is thick and you cannot put the ball up the hill, okay, this is called Texas wedge. And I honestly have to give, I actually have to give Jordan Spieth this, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and give him this type of, this style of the Texas wedge to him because I have never seen anyone do it other than Jordan Spieth. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure Sevy, the great Sevy Ballesteros, believe me, I'm sure he probably done it. Everybody knows Sevy. Sevy could come out of out of a bunker with a 3-iron. Just, just pure talent, plain and simple. You know. So what we want to do is we want to find the equator of the golf ball, the center of the golf ball. Okay. Well, we already know the center of our club is right here. Plain and simple. Not here, not here, but here. So this is the Texas wedge. The Texas wedge is not going to get in the air. The Texas wedge is made for almost a putting stroke. Now, to get your Texas wedge right, we don't want to hold down here, hold way up here to the end. The reason being is if I hold all the way to the end, then my whole body wants to move. And I can't control the golf club. So what we want to do is we want to get down to almost the steel, okay? Almost the steel to see right here where my golf rod is. I'm covering up my golf rod. I'm almost to the steel of my club. Matter of fact, my trigger finger is on the steel. So this allows me to actually control the club a little bit more. So I like to bounce it, like to bounce, because I like to stay loose and I don't want to stay stagnant. I want to stay loose, pick it up, and putt it. That is called the Texas wedge. And that gets over grass and things like that. But there is just so many things that you could do with your wedges. And I want you to experiment. If we're not hitting our eyes properly that day, well, hit your irons a certain distance and then use your wedge to go to work on. Plain and simple. There's only going to be one time where you hit on all cylinders. I've been teaching a very long time. I had one hole in one, and I shot. Yes, I have three witnesses that I played with. My lowest score was a 68. And if you had asked me what was my best shot, I couldn't remember. Couldn't tell you. Reason being is everything was working. I was hitting on all cylinders. So I cannot remember anything. I was in that zone. So that's what you want to do. You want to be in that zone, and you want to feel like you just left it all out there. You know, if you didn't win the golf game, leave everything out there. Okay, and you know, don't double think what you've done. You know, could have been better, or I could have tried this, or I could have did this. Leave it all out there. It's gone. There's nothing you can do. But now, when you get home or you get on the practice range, this is where you start to learn different things. Now, like I said, I'm one of these people who love to just, and I've heard so many times, and I'm going to tell you, this is so funny. I've heard so many times that people call me the golf whisperer. I just had a couple not too long ago, a couple of days ago. Both of them was, he plays golf. He plays a lot of golf. He wanted consistency. She plays every once in a while. She wanted consistency. I walked up behind both of them and they hit them just straight. And I can't tell you how many people says, "Hey, you know what? Instead of giving me golf lessons, how much can I pay you to ride in the car?" Oh, it's so funny, but business is business. So, and the business is going good. So one of these things is it is hot. It is hot. So this is why this is here. So don't be afraid if you're having problems with your wedges. This is why this was constructed. Contact Davis Dynamics. Let them know. Give us an appointment time when you can come over, and we will do our lesson inside the garage. If you have a putting problem, we will go up to the putting office and there's putting greens up there, and we will work on your putting with the laser. Okay, or we will bring it down here and work on it. But this is why this was constructed. The state of North Carolina gave me and my wife a number to be able to use our house as our business. So usually virtual is okay. It's too hot. Sometimes it's too hot on the range. But to come in here, get something nice cold to drink, and be able to practice or learn while you're chipping, it's not going the way you want it to go. And to look at it on the monitor and on a big 60-inch, television, and for us to fix it at the same time and also record your swings so you can take them home and watch what's going on to get it fixed. Now, this could be just a hobby to you, or this could be I'm going to play tournaments. So the more I practice, you know, the more I'm apt to play tournaments. And like I said, um, there is there's a promise that I made, and I'm working so hard. I'm working so hard to leave everything out there. And I'm not done yet. I'm not done, and I have to tell you that I'll be playing tournaments next year as long as I feel good. But this is never going to stop. I'm always going to be giving golf lessons. Like I said, email, phone call, text message, set up an appointment. Even this is just a hobby. Even if it's just a hobby. You have to hit driver outside. This is about accuracy right here. This is about nothing but accuracy. This is about making your game better. Okay, there's nothing wrong with hitting irons, hitting driver. Most people want to hit driver and say, "Oh, you know what? I'm good." No, if you can chip, believe me, you're good. Okay, so let's just get here and let's just get one more. This one's going to be a draw, as you can see. I put my feet. Okay, my feet were. This is my parallel line, and as you can see, I'm going to step back just a little bit away from the ball, but I'm going to drop this foot down just a little bit more. I'm going to drop it just a little close to the ball. Okay, I'm going to drop it back just a little bit more. So that's going to allow me to come in, hit the ball, and turn it over. And the ball is going to spin that direction. Wish you could see it. Ooh. Oh my goodness. So carried it 42.7 and get this the spin rate I put on there just by putting getting it down a little bit more and just turning my club over. So you have to think about it. All physics. Whenever you're turning that club over, all you're doing is covering that golf ball. Now remember, your weight is going this way too. So I got this, this going, and now I'm letting that club go. So that put more spin on it. So my backspin was 64.11. Okay. My carry distance was 42.7. Now get this. My total distance, that means when it hit the green, this is awesome. When it hit the green, it just stopped. It just, maybe one hop and stopped. My total was 48 total. Carried it 42.7, 48. Jump, stop. So there's a lot of things, like I said, even if it's just a hobby and you want to go out there and you want to learn more and stuff like that, hey, set up an appointment. We're here for you. If you have questions, hey, we're here for you. Email. If you have questions for me, hey, you got the number up there. So just text me directly, or you can call me, or just the best thing to do is to set up a time for you to come in. Let's look at your chipping and see if we can fix it for you. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to Davis Dynamics. Like I said, I hope I got a lot of information. I mean, I know there's a lot of information being fed, but this is golf. A lot of people know, you can start off, with baby steps, but you have to realize once you start progressing, those baby steps start to come in and they start to just kind of fry your brain. So the thing is, we don't want to do that. The only thing that we want to do is look at the ball and swing. That's it. Look at the ball and swing. Thanks for tuning in to Davis Dynamics, and hopefully we're getting ready to have another session here. Before we get out of the wedges, we're gonna have another one with wedges, and the next one's gonna be 52 and your gap wedge. Okay. So, and also we might just go ahead and throw your 9 iron in also. Okay. So that'll be tomorrow. So I can't wait. Hopefully you can't wait, and you're gonna get it done. All right. So you can check Davis Dynamics, or you can check Davis Dynamics on YouTube. Okay. So and also be prepared. We haven't forgot. It's just been a tough year. Last year, tough year. This year, tough year in the beginning. But it's coming. Don't forget Davis Dynamics. Um, we're gonna do the podcast still. We're gonna bring people in, let them talk, see what they like about golf, and if it's not about golf, go ahead and just kind of like we're not. It's not gonna be a therapy session, but go ahead and just talk about a different sport that you like to play and things like that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna ramp up this year because my promise was made, and guess what? I don't make a promise that I can't keep. All right. So you have a good day, and do me one favor: go out and make someone smile. Because right now in this world, we need more. And guess what? It doesn't cost you a thing. Thank you so much, and ladies and gentlemen, have a great day.